Sonia called me up one evening. She says, well, I'm pregnant.
A complete surprise, a bonus baby, if you will.
I just stood up in the restaurant and I said, everybody, my daughter's pregnant. Your next drink is on me. And then 2 days later,
I was visiting my grandmother in a nursing home. I started to feel some strange tingling in my mouth, so I walked out into the hallway and I just completely lost control of the left side of my body. When the nurses started telling me that I was having a stroke, I still could not believe it. Couldn't believe what was happening.
For every minute that the brain is without blood flow, almost 2 million brain cells can die.
When I heard her voice when she called and her slurred speech, as a dad, it just hits you and you realize the whole thing.
Rushed by the paramedics into the emergency room, confirmed that I was having a stroke.
39 years old, pregnant, a stroke. That was going through your mind. It's fear.
There were so many doctors and nurses telling me what the risks were to this tiny little baby.
We were able to urgently get some advanced imaging done that confirmed where a clot was. We went in from the artery at the top of her leg with a small little catheter, and we were able to successfully get that out without too much delay.
From the time I went through the door until I woke up in recovery,
It was about 45 minutes.
a whopping 45 minutes.
The actual procedure was probably not more than about 15 minutes.
I mean, the level of capacity that these doctors have is just wild. And I remember waking up in the ICU. I was greeted by Dr. Mila, a cardiologist.
We always look for a hole in the heart when someone that young suffers from a stroke. And sure enough, she has a pretty large-sized hole.
I had a hole in my heart. My whole life, 39 years, I had never known.
You know, you're like going, uh-oh, wow, what's gonna happen next?
We had this great multidisciplinary discussion.
I was really an intermediary for Sonia, making sure that she felt heard and that we were doing what's safest for both Sonia and the baby.
We all felt the best thing would be let the baby develop.
So that all of his vital organs were fully formed. Dr. Mila ended up scheduling the surgery to close the hole in my heart, and that was a 10-minute procedure.
Coordination of care comes from decades of practice.
If I need anything, I can call a high-risk doctor, a stroke doctor, an oncologist, and nobody bats an eye. Everybody's ready to be there and help.
I am just so grateful to be alive and have my son. I ended up having a really fast delivery at Hoag with wonderful care.
It's like this huge relief, and you can go on and live life again.
It's always very gratifying, but with Sonia, what I'm thinking about is what would I feel like if my wife was having this sort of experience?
It's hard to put into words exactly how much this whole experience has meant to me. For being taken to such an incredible place as Hoag, for getting the care that all of these physicians gave me, and then to have this tiny little piglet who is to this day a healthy, wonderful little guy.